Hello students. Today we will be starting the next chapter, construction, which is chapter number 11 of NCERT. Now before starting the construction chapter, children, the sample paper has been released by the CBSE, the basic and the standard. So once go through the download it, I'll be giving the link as well, and go through the question pattern. The question pattern this year has been changed. So the pattern which has been given in the sample paper, to some extent the same pattern is being followed in the board examination as well. We can say that 90% is the same pattern is being followed till now. So we should first understand what is the new pattern of the questions in the sample paper as given by the CBSE. Now, if we see the question paper given by this marking scheme which I have written is already being published by the CBSE. Now, seeing the question paper also, I will be discussing that per chapter how many questions and hence marks has been given by the CBSE in the new sample in the sample paper which has been given by CBSE. Now, first the pattern of the questions, this time basic and standard, you have to understand. Now the question paper is divided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A has two subparts, we can say. The first part means of part A consists of 16 questions of 1 mark each. So over here 16 marks. Now in this it has been written that if you see both basic and the standard, that these questions have section 1, this is named section 1 and this is named section 2. Section 1 has 16 questions of 1 mark each, and internal choice has been provided in 5 questions. That is, in 5 questions you may be getting all part. Now this time children, take care that it's not objective question. Till last year it was objective question, means one question have 4 options, and in which one option children had to choose in first 10 questions, then the next 5 questions they had to answer in shortly, and in the next 5 fill-ups something was there, means 20 questions of 1 mark was there. This time that 20 question has been changed to this form, and the marking distribution means marks has been changed to 32. 16 is 32. That is 1 mark question, if we count it is 32 over here. But over here it is 4 questions per mark. So let us first understand. So part A consists of section 1, 16 questions, 16 marks. Section 2 of part A consists of 4 questions, and this time it is case study. And 4 questions, each question have 5 subparts, in which over here in case study 5 subparts, means that 5 subparts in which you have to answer 4. Only 4 has to be answered. Has to be answered. So 16 marks, and over here 4 questions in which only 4 each question you have to answer. So 4 4s are 16. So 16 and 16, 32 marks over here. Now part B, the distribution is as such: 2 marks questions 6, so 12 marks. 3 marks questions 7 questions, 21 marks. 5 marks questions 3 questions, so 15 marks. Earlier there was no 5 marks question, there was 4 marks question, which has been changed this year to 5 marks question. So total 36 question, which was earlier 40 questions. Number of questions were 40. The total marks is same as it was earlier, so 80. So children, and this time we have to study the case study, which is a new type of the question this year. But case study is just, you can say, take it as a helping type of question for you. Case study, the same question pattern is there, the same concept is there, the same data is there. The thing is that one means anecdote is related to that question, and that becomes a case study question. So children, in this both the sample papers, that is the basic and the standard, 4 case studies are there. So please practice those 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 8 case study questions. It will help you in understanding how to solve the case study questions. Moreover, sample papers are also there. If you want to practice, you can take the sample papers online also. You can download the case study questions and hence can practice. So this new pattern, children, take care, understand. Now since I am going to start the construction chapter, children, this time construction, the scale factor, this construction of a triangle based on the scale factor has been deleted. So if we talk of NCERT, where is NCERT book? If we talk of NCERT book, exercise 11.1, whole question 2 to 7 you will not do. 11.1, exercise 11.1, question 2 to 7, whole you will not do. Also example number 1, example number 1, 2, example 1, 2 you will not do. So only the construction work is construction of tangents and distribution of a line segment into given ratios. Now this year in construction, in both in basic and the standard, only one question came of 2 marks. So this, not this year, I could say this year sample paper which has been given by CBSE. So sample paper in both basic and standard, only one question has been given from construction. But it's not that only one question definite that it will be given in the final board examination as well, because to some extent it changes in some of the chapters. Because this time in AP, if we consider in the standard question paper from AP, it has given standard sample paper question, it has given only one question from the arithmetic progression, which is a very important chapter. But on the same hand, it has given 7 questions in the basic from arithmetic progression. So somewhere some changes may be done, but to some extent we see the same type of pattern which is given by the CBSE. That's why sample paper is being published every year before the examination. So please do practice the sample papers and given by the CBSE, as well as few more sample papers sample published you can see online as well. So let us move to the topic, that is construction. So let us start the construction chapter. Now turn to page number 216, construction. Now the first topic of the construction is division of a line segment. So division of a line segment you have done in standard 9 nicely. Division of a line segment. Now in this any line segment we have to draw of a given length and have to divide that line segment in the required ratio. Ratio means m is to n may be given 2 is to 3, 7 is to 2, whatever. So ratio will be given, and this division of a line segment you are knowing from it has been taught in junior classes as well. So let us take a question first. I am taking 11.1, question number 1 only. Exercise 11.1, question 1. The question is saying that draw a line segment of length 7.6 centimeter. Line segment of length 7.6 centimeter and divide it in the ratio 5 is to 8 and divide it in the ratio 5 is to 8. Also measure the two parts. Measure the two parts. Now children, sometimes in the construction it is asked to write the steps of construction. Sometimes it is not mentioned. But even then, if it is mentioned, you have to definitely write. Even if it is not mentioned, you write the steps of construction in the board examination. because for writing marks will not be deducted. But suppose in the marking scheme it is written that 1 mark for writing the steps of construction, and hence for that the evaluator has to cut 1 mark. So don't give a chance to the evaluator to cut any mark for the construction at least, because it is the with circles, construction, these are the easiest chapters. So don't let the evaluator cut the marks from these two chapters. So line segment of length 7.6 centimeter. So in the construction part, given length of line segment equals to 7.6 centimeter and ratio equals to m is to n equals to 5 is to 8. Now for this, what you will do is you will draw a line segment. Suppose over here AB I am drawing of length 7.6 centimeter. You will not draw with hand, you will take a scale and you will draw 7.6 centimeter. Now this I am telling means method 1, explaining method 1. What you will do is you will draw, keep the tip of the compass over here, draw an arc and draw any acute angle. So any acute angle you have drawn, so that acute angle you extend. Draw in such a way that it should not cross this written part. I have less space, that's why I have to consider all this. Now the required ratio is 5 is to 8. Take your compass and set your compass in such a way that over here 5 plus 8, that is 13. 13 equal spaces arcs you can cut. Means 13 arcs you have to cut, and that number of arcs is 13. So take smaller space. So over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. It is going till here. Okay? Now these 13 arcs which you have taken is, you can name P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 and so on till P13. P13. Now over here this fifth one and this one is the eighth one. After fifth you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So all numbering you will be giving. Now what you will do is last one and the other end point of the line segment you will join using a scale. Using a scale you will be joining. Okay? So now the one parallel line I have to draw at P5 which is parallel to this P13 and B. This name is P13. So P13 and B, this is the line segment and I have to draw a line segment at P5 so that that line will be parallel to P13B. I think now you understood. Now what I will do is I will put the tip of the compass over here, will make an arc. Again put the tip of the compass over here, will make an arc. So if I put the tip of the compass, will make an arc of any radius. It's not necessary that it is coming here only. So anywhere you can make, but the same arc I'll be keeping here as well. Now I'll measure this one. This angle I'll measure, will extend it and will cut it. So what I have done, I have made the corresponding angle equal. I have made the corresponding angle equal. So if corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. That is, this line is parallel to this line I have constructed. Okay. So this, now the line has been divided as the ratio 5. This ratio is 5 and this one is 8. So has been divided in the ratio of 5 is to 8. Since I have done with my hand, you will be doing with your compass properly. This ratio will come accurately. Now method 2. In this what you will do is, Five is to 8. Now in this same first the line segment you will be drawing. Suppose this is the line segment AB of length 7.6 centimeter. Use scale to draw it. Now putting the tip of the compass at A, make an arc. Again putting the tip of the compass at B, make an arc. Now draw any acute angle. Now preferably we draw the first arc, which is 60 degrees. So put the tip of the compass over here, make an arc of 60 degrees. Put the tip of the compass over here, make an arc of 60 degrees and extend it in both the directions. I mean here also you make a line and here also you make a line. 60 degree angle I am drawing. You can draw any angle, any acute angle. Now the first ratio is 5. So cut equal spaced 8 arcs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us name it A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. Here the next ratio is 8. So I will be cutting 8 equal spaced arc, the same space what I have made over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep in mind, don't draw with hand. Take the arcs with the help of the compass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Like this you will be crossing with the help of your compass and name it. B4, B5, B6, B7 and B8. Now only the thing is join these two. Take the scale. I think I can join here also with the help of a scale. Yes. So join with the help of a scale. And this point P divides the line AB in the ratio of 5:8. So we will be writing, this is the method 2. So we will be writing point P divides the given line AB in the ratio 5:8. Now if a reason is asked how this ratio is 5:8, in the first figure I forgot to explain. Here in this, these two lines are parallel. So these two triangles are similar, vertically opposite, alternate angles, and these also alternate angles. Hence these two triangles are similar. So we can say that over here AA3 by BB3 equals to AP by PB. But AA3 by BB3 is 5:8. Therefore AP by PB is 5:8. Similar explanation in the first method as well. The triangles will be similar because there also we drew parallel lines. This was the construction, no? So there also this triangle and the bigger triangle was similar, and hence the ratio that this by this we have already drawn, this by this is already 5:8. Therefore this by this was also 5:8. Okay. So this is the first is from 11.1, exercise 11.1. Only one question you will be practicing. The rest question this time it is deleted from the syllabus, so I'll be leaving. Now next is construction of tangents to a circle, which is very important. But and this type of construction has been given in the sample paper this year by the CBSE. Now in the construction of the tangents has not been given in the sample paper, but it's a very important topic, and every year it comes under 4 mark section. So it may come as well, because some changes definitely it is being done by CBSE. So let us move to construction of tangents to a circle. Now next section will be construction of tangents to a circle. Now in construction of tangents to a circle, we will be doing the 5 types which I have written over here. Number 1 is construction of a tangent to a circle at a given point on the circle. Means we will be using the center of the circle to draw a tangent to the circle. So construction we will be doing as such. Over here, center we will be using to draw tangent over here. Now construction of tangent to a circle at a point on it without using the center. So again over here on the circle we will be drawing a tangent over here, but in this case we will not be using the center, we will be using the alternate angle concept, and hence we will be drawing a tangent on the given point on the circle. Okay? Number 3, construction of tangents. So tangents means a pair of tangents can be drawn from a point outside the circle. So construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it using the center. So this using the center and without using the center. Here also if you can see using the center, and here it was without using the center. So using the center we will construct a pair of tangents to the circle. This one. And construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it, tangents, and without using the center. So using the center, without using the center, construction of a pair of tangents. Construction of one tangent on the circle using the center, without using the center. And last but not the least, construction of tangents to a circle inclined to each other at a given angle. So this angle will be given, that at how much angle this pair of tangents are inclined to each other. So suppose this is 60 degree, so we will have to mention 60 degrees, so we have to draw a pair of tangents so that these tangents are inclined to each other at 60 degrees. So let us start. So number 1 first. Construction of a tangent to a circle on a given point on it. So let us write the question also. Draw a circle of any radius will be given. Take a point, any point PQ, construct a tangent at that point. So I am writing, draw a circle of length, suppose 3 centimeter, circle of radius, I am very sorry, circle of radius 3 centimeter, and I am rubbing. Take a point P on it and draw a tangent at P. So over here it is not mentioned that you don't have to use the center, so we will be using the center over here. So for this, what we will be doing, first take your scale, with the help of your compass measure 3 centimeter on your scale, and putting the tip of the compass over here, draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter. I think you are knowing how to draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter. You have been doing from the junior classes, children. Now this is suppose a circle of radius 3 centimeter. Let the center be O. Now let the point P be here on the circle. Now I have to draw a tangent at the point P. Now this is the radius of the circle of length 3 centimeter. Now we know that the tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So over here you put the tip of the compass and draw an arc. Okay, now putting the tip of the compass over here, make an arc and draw 90 degree. So when you will draw over here, the arcs will be coming like this. So you will be getting a line like this. Suppose it is T. Now with the help of your scale, with the help of your scale, extend this line this side as well. Mind that your construction should be neat and clean. So this one is 90 degree what we have drawn. So PT is the tangent. If we extend both the sides, PT dash. So therefore T dash T is the required tangent to the circle of radius 3 centimeter. Now steps of construction, children, please do write. I'm not mentioning the steps of construction. If you know the construction, steps of construction, definitely you can write. Let us move to second type of construction. Number 2. Construction of tangent to a circle on a given point on it and without using the center. Without using the center. Question: draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter, take a P on it and draw a tangent at P without using the center. So we don't have to use the center over here. Means concept that is tangent is perpendicular to the radius, we will not be using over here. So in construction part, the given part, children, please write. Since I have written the question, I am not writing the given part. Always in construction, whenever you are drawing on the answer sheet, please write the given part. Given or to draw, or write to draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter and to take a point P on it and hence draw a pair of tangents or a tangent on it with using the center without it. Means whatever it is asked, please give the introduction to the teacher. The teacher should know by your writing part that what is the question saying to draw. So first over here, draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter. Take a compass. We don't have to use the center, so I am not marking O over here. Now take any point P on it. Suppose I have taken point P on it. Now at the point P, except this point P, take any other 2 points on the circle. Suppose I am anywhere. Suppose I am taking here and here. So let us name it Q and R. Now join with the help of your scale. Join PR and PQ and this RQ as well. Let's draw a triangle. We will be using alternate angle concept, that is exterior angle equals to interior opposite angle in the alternate segment. So over here now take a compass and means draw an arc over here. So I have drawn an arc over here. Okay. Now same arc you draw over here as well. So I have drawn the arc over here. Putting the tip of the compass at R, draw an arc. Putting the tip of the compass at P, draw an arc. Now measure this angle R. Okay. Now putting the tip of the compass over here, you cut this arc. So this will be cutting over here. Okay. Now this point P you take and extend it. So what we have done, we have made an angle, this angle equal to this angle. This angle is exterior and this angle in the alternate segment. So exterior angle equals to angle in the alternate segment. So using this concept, we have drawn a line over here. Let us name it PT. So PT tangent to the circle. Now with the help of this scale, you extended this direction as well. Okay. PT dash. Over here we can write X and over. Don't write X and Y because we haven't drawn a particular angle. So T dash T is the required tangent without using the center. So next let us move to third type of construction. Construction of tangents to a circle from a point from a point outside it. Construction 3. Construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it. So draw a circle of radius 3 cm and take a point P outside it. Take a point P outside it such that OP is equals to 5 cm, and from P draw a pair of tangents to the circle. So for this, draw a circle of, over here in construction or the solution part, construction I am writing. Steps of construction, children, please do write in all. Construction. So first, a circle of radius 3 cm. This you can draw. Suppose this is a circle of radius 3 cm. Now take a point P outside it such that OP is equals to 5 cm. So this length is already 3 cm. Suppose this is O and this is already 3 cm, this radius. Now take a point P outside it such that OP becomes 5 cm. Now draw the perpendicular bisector of OP. So to draw the perpendicular bisector, suppose I have to draw the perpendicular bisector of this line segment, then I will be taking more than half of this. We will be cutting an arc above and below this line AB. Similarly above and below this line AB. So I will be getting like this, and this will be the perpendicular bisector. So similarly you will be doing for this as well. Now since this is 5 cm and this one is already 3, so the perpendicular bisector will be coming over here 2.5. Okay, this all I am drawing with my hand because a bigger compass right now I don't have with me. So suppose this one is the perpendicular is 5 cm and this 2.5, this 2.5. This you can name it the point at which it is being bisected, you can name it M. Now taking M as the center, this one M as the center, you draw a circle. Which obviously since this is the center of OP, then you will be getting a circle passing through O. Okay. Now this line which right now you have got, wherever it is intersecting the original circle, that point you can name it suppose T and T dash. Then join PT with the help of scale and PT dash with the help of scale. then PT and PT dash are the required tangents to the circle, to the given circle with center O. Now how it is tangent? If verification it is asked, or means to justify your construction that is asked, then what you will do is, since this is the center and over here this angle, if you will join, see over here, then this angle is 90 degree because this is the diameter of this circle and angle in a semicircle is always 90 degree. So this angle is 90 degree. So this line is perpendicular to the radius, therefore this line is tangent to this circle. Okay, if justification is asked, you can explain it. Okay, again I am explaining this construction. You will draw a circle of required radius. Wherever is the that point P is mentioned, that point you will be taking, and Suppose it is 6 centimeter, then this one 3 plus 3 6 centimeter you will be extending. So make it P. Now draw the perpendicular bisector of this line. Okay, name it M. Taking M as the center, draw a circle. I'm taking M as the center, means tip of the compass at M, and PM and OM as the radius. You draw a circle. Now wherever it is cutting, that names you give T, T dash, and from the point P you join those. Then those two are the required tangents. Explanation over here. If you join this is diameter, so this angle is 90 degree. So if you consider this circle now, the radius is perpendicular to this line, therefore this line is tangent to this circle, and hence put. So after writing the steps of construction, you will be writing therefore required tangents PT and PT dash has been drawn to the circle with radius, not width of radius, what was the radius? 3 centimeter. From a point P such that OP is equals to 5 centimeter. The last thing you please explain to the teacher or whoever is checking. So in this we have drawn a pair of tangents using the center. Now next, construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it and without using the center. So over here, construction number 4. Construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it and without using the center. Now question, draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter, take a point P outside it such that this OP will not be given. Take a point P outside it and from P draw a pair of tangents to the circle without using the center. Draw a circle of radius this much. Here OP length will not be given. From P draw a pair of tangents to the circle without using the center. Without using the center. Okay. So over here what we will do is question I have written. Okay. Now first I will draw a circle of radius 3 centimeter. Since the center has not to be used, so we will not name the center. Now take a point P outside it. So anywhere P has been taken, because length is not mentioned from where I have to take, because center we don't have to use. So P we have to take. Now from P draw a secant. I mean don't cross it, let it touch the circle over here. So let it touch the circle, or the point of contact with the circle be A and B, and this point is P. Now with the help of your scale, extend this line further. Now take your compass, measure this length and extend it to cut it. So it has been done. That is, suppose it is C. So what we have done, we have taken our compass and from the point A I have measured this length AP, and from the point P I have cut this arc AP, cut this arc PC so that AP is equals to PC. Means P is the midpoint of AC now. Okay. Now draw the means perpendicular bisector of BC. This whole perpendicular bisector of BC. So I was explaining construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it and without using the center. The question randomly I have made: draw a circle of radius 3 cm, take a point P outside it, and from P draw a pair of tangents to the circle without using the center. So again I am explaining: draw a circle of radius 3 cm, don't mark the center because we don't have to use the center. Now mark any point P outside it, any point P. Take the point P somewhat closer to the circle and a bit down of the center, because we don't have to use the center. So over here I have marked the point P. Now with the help of your scale, you extend the line so that it should intersect the circle in 2 points, say A and B. Let's draw a secant. Now extend the line this side also, and with the help of your compass you measure AP and cut PC. Now draw the perpendicular bisector of this whole length BC. So since I don't have right now the compass with me, so randomly I am drawing over here. So suppose this line is the perpendicular bisector, means more than half of BC, and then you will be cutting 2 arcs up and down and you will be getting a line. So suppose this line is my perpendicular bisector line. So this point you name as M. Now taking MC or MB as the radius, you draw a semicircle. Means put the tip of the compass at M and taking MC as the radius, draw a semicircle. So the semicircle, because M is the center of BC, so obviously the semicircle whatever you will draw will be intersecting at, means the end point will be at B. So I am drawing over here, taking this CM as the center, means radius. So I will be drawing and will be getting to some extent like this. It's not so neat, but to some extent you will be getting like this. Okay. So this is the semicircle, and afterwards you will be drawing a 90-degree angle over here at the point P. So with the help of a scale only you join, because I have the scale, I am drawing it with the help of a scale. 90-degree angle you make with the help of compass. Now this name you write as Q over here. Now measure PQ with the help of your compass. This one PQ, cut an arc over here and over here. So wherever it is cutting, from the point P you extend your compass to like this and like this. So let us name it T and T dash. So PT and PT dash will be the required tangents to the circle. Draw neatly. So PT and PT dash are the required tangents to the circle. Again I am explaining for the students, those who have not understood till now. Draw a circle of given radius. Don't name the center because you don't have to use the center. After that, take a point P outside it, draw a secant, let it intersect the circle at 2 points, suppose A and B. This is the point P. Extend this line, whatever is the length PA, that much PB, that much, suppose over here PC length, that is PC is equals to PA. Draw the perpendicular bisector of BC. So perpendicular bisector of BC, name it M. Now taking CM or MB as the radius, draw a semicircle. Now at the point P, draw 90-degree. Now this length, suppose it is PQ, this measure PQ, and with this measurement PQ you cut on the circle, and this length is the tangent. So construction of tangents to a circle from a point outside it and without using the center is complete. Now let us move to the fifth construction. construction of tangents to a circle inclined to each other at a given angle. Inclined to each other at a given angle. So draw a circle of radius 3 cm and draw a pair of tangents to it which are inclined to each other, inclined to each other at any angle. Say suppose the easiest is 60 degree. So for this children, in each and every I am repeating, write the steps of construction. So over here we have to draw a circle and a pair of tangents, and this angle should be 60 degrees. So let us proceed. Draw a circle of radius 3 cm. Okay. Now radius 3 cm. Now we have to draw a pair of tangents to it which are inclined at 60 degree. So because radius we have taken 3, so this is the center. Now draw, means you, with the help of your scale, draw any diameter anywhere, wherever you wish. Because infinite diameters are there, you can draw any diameter. Okay. Now over here or over here, wherever you wish, means this side or that side, at the point O you draw 60 degree. So what you will do, you put the tip of the compass over here, draw an arc, and from here cut 60 degree. Whatever is the angle mentioned, that much you make. So this is 60 degree. Okay. Now these 2 points you name as A and B. Now over A and B you draw 90 degree with the help of your compass. Okay. So wherever you will do, you will be getting 90 degree over here. So here we have drawn 90 degree, here also we have drawn 90 degree. Now clearly, since this one is 60 degree we have drawn, this will be 120 degree. So using angle sum property of a quadrilateral, you will be getting over here 60 degree. Or this one is 90. So since A, B, C, let us name it P. So PAOB. PAOB is a cyclic quadrilateral as well. We have proved in the last year circle chapter. So this will be 60 degree. Sorry, sum of these two is supplementary. So this is 120. So this one is 60 degree. And hence a pair of tangents which are inclined to each other at 60 degree has been drawn. Now, if suppose you don't want to draw 60 degree over here, so whatever is the angle given, so 60 degree is given, so 180 minus 60, that is 120 degree, you can draw on any of the sides. I mean OA, or over here suppose name it A dash, or OA dash side. And then obviously if you draw 120 degree, then also this figure only be drawn. Okay. So construction of tangents topic is explained. Now we will be going to exercise 11.2. So let us proceed on.